credit to take. That's taking away nothing from Rutgers. I thought they played outstanding in a lot of areas. We talked about 78% in how you win football games, the ball, tackling, and explosive plays. And you always look back as a head coach, you can see it throughout the game. Why are we doing this, and this? It's 1-1 with the ball, but ours was critical, turning the ball over inside the green zone, or our own red zone, which obviously they were able to capitalize on that. Tackling, I thought we missed way too many tackles tonight, and I thought we didn't break in that many tackles today. And then the explosive play piece, I mean, they had some huge explosive plays, especially in the first half, where they catch some go routes, some contested 50-50 balls. We got guys in position, and we just don't make a play. But everything starts with me. I wasn't a very good head coach today. I didn't prepare him very well. I thought Rutgers did a good job coming off the bye week and create some things that gave us some issues, which most of the time when you come off a bye week, you want to be able to do that. You got 2 weeks to prepare, and they did a really good job. And I know that they had lost 4 straight, but you give Greg Schiano and his staff, I mean, you give them 2 weeks to prepare and go get 1 victory. And I thought they did some good things, mixing some stuff up, and especially in our protection game. And you got to give them credit. I mean, that's why they're really good coaches. A lot of really good coaches over there and staff members. And but we had our opportunities. We did not play Gopher football and winning Gopher football like we have over the last however many weeks. But it's college football. It's not an excuse, nor is it acceptable. But I told them in there, I said, we were 0-1 today, simply that, 0-1. And we did not earn the victory today. There's not deserving and not deserved. We didn't earn it. We didn't make enough plays. We didn't coach well enough, and we need to be better, and we will be better. And we got to heal up in a lot of areas. Guys are playing really hard. I mean, we play so hard. I mean, it's so fun to watch our kids really play hard. And then we've got to put a really good game plan together for a top 5 team, coming in at Huntington Bank Stadium. So, got a lot of things we need to focus on this week.
PJ, there was a moment before, or drive with 8 minutes ago before the turnover, where you kind of got inside the team and what did you try to say to them at that moment, kind of up to with 8 minutes ago?
Yeah, I think we just came off the field, or I can't remember if we were off the field or going back on the field. Andy, it's a good question. I just said, hey, this is the time. This is going to be the drive. We get the ball back. We need to put a big drive together. Whatever's happened. It's over. It's done with. We've made our corrections. We've made adjustments. We got to just execute. We got to go out and execute. And if you look at the last drive, we're executing better. And it had nothing to do with sitting there saying, okay, let's just get a 2-minute drill. I mean, they're also doing some things on different defense that allow us to be able to do that. But I thought we were making contested catches, making some plays in that final drive. But I just felt like it was uphill all day. Everything was uphill because we were making it really hard on ourselves as well. But again, Rutgers deserves a lot of credit for that because they played really well too, and they got a lot of guys back. Remember, they went on that losing streak for a little while. And if you listen to Greg's press conference, Greg's talking about how many injuries. I mean, it's hard when you lose a lot of people, and they got a lot of them back tonight. I know they didn't have their back tonight, but other than that, it was pretty much everybody back on defense, and they looked really good. So, and we still had an opportunity to win the football game. With all of that said, we still had an opportunity to win the football game. We lost the explosive play battle, 78%. I already said that. Contested catches, I didn't think we were very good today. Pass pro, we'll go ahead and look at the film. We give up a safety. We have a huge PI. We get a huge hold. We drop an interception. And we fumble the football inside their zone. We get a huge face mask when we're backed up. And again, that's a hustle mistake. I mean, that's not Jaw's fault. I mean, it happens. Excuse me. I mean, he's hustling around, and his fingers are this long. I mean, the guy got his finger in a face mask. And what I love about this team is they play so hard. And I never questioned that one bit tonight. We could have been way better as coaches. We could have been way better as players. We could have been way better as a team. But we still had opportunities to win that game. And we knew that was going to be a hard-fought game. It came up short. And it's disappointing. But it's 0-1. Simply that, and that's what I told them. 0-1.
How would you characterize that fourth quarter? You're leading going in. You mentioned that job play and just kind of snowballed there pretty quickly after that.
Well, I don't think and take this right way, Ryan. I love your question because it's a good question. I don't look at it as snowballing because snowballing to me is a little bit like momentum. Like we didn't make the next best play. We didn't make the next available play. How many times did we had a missed tackle or a misfit? We didn't wrap up. We dropped an interception. But we needed to be able to get more. And again, that's the way the game's going. Every game creates its own book. And this game, we needed to get the punt, especially the way we were going on offense. And if we want to have success in complementary football, you also have to be able to sit there and say, okay, well, when we're not playing complementary football, whichever side of the ball's got to make that up. That's still complementary football. And we were for a while. And then, like you said, there were some plays that we didn't make, and they did. And, then all of a sudden, we're still within where we needed to be. And then we get a safety, which I'm not saying it was the worst thing that could have happened in that situation where we were on third down, backed up. The safety's different than punting it. Now they get a field goal, and now they really have taken it, at a different level. So anyway, again, that fourth quarter, we have the lead, but, we could never just get enough going on offense to be able to flip the field, get some points, and execute.
What was the challenge in the first half? Look at Kirk and Ethan and the RPOs.
Yeah, I think the RPO, you look back to when we have that type of system here, we kept it in front of us to hit it. It was the deep shots that got us. It was the field goes and the boundary go. It was the goes that got us. The RPOs, you're gonna give up some of those. Everybody they played giving up some of those because that's really hard to defend. And and Nathan made some really good throws and they made some really nice catches and they executed at a high level in that particular game. But we kept things in front of us. There was one down the goal line that they hit that's contested. A kid makes a really good catch. Ethan makes a good throw. But it was the field goes. It was the go routes deep. There were 3 or 4 of them that really I think were the difference in at least 14 points.
What were the struggles for the offensive line today?
I'm going to have to go back and really dissect the film, Ryan. One, I think they did a really good job putting pressure before. They were adding on a little bit more. When we did do some play action pass, they'd add on that, a pass rusher. I'll have to go back to give you the exact reasons, but you're adjusting on the fly. You're adjusting with the iPads. Coach is doing a good job of that, but it just seemed like we just didn't execute at a high level.
Did you feel like changed defensively? I think they had 4 straight punts before the short field that they got.
Well, it was, punt. I'm so sorry. Punt. And then they had the plus 12, and I think that was a huge play in the game, because again, we're still up. We're up 16-14. They make it 21-16. And then we come back, and that's, so they get the safety, then we weren't able to keep moving the football and find a way to get some points. We need to get some points. We didn't get some points until that last drive.
Aren't you more for coach?
You talked about how well they prepared every time this year. Did you feel like the preparation?
It was awesome. Right. I mentioned to Garrett, I mentioned to our staff, I said, and it sounds very coach cliche, right? Practice very well and you lose. We practiced outstanding. I thought we had a really good balance of, as you're this deep in the season of, playing a team coming off a bye week, you better be fresh, but you better be working on your game plan. There's a balance to that as you practice. And I thought our practices back to back were probably 2 of the best practices we had all year. That doesn't guarantee that's going to be exactly how you play. Because again, it comes down to not just the plays of executing them, it's a 78%. And I just thought we weren't good enough in those categories.
Any more for coach, or is everyone else said?
What would you feel about Darius? It seemed like he was battling out there.
He's battling. We're really late in the season. Was that our 10th game? We're in our 10th game. You got 9 league games total. We've had 7 league games. We've had 1 bye. We've had, even our non-conference opponent, North Carolina, is playing pretty well right now. And you talk about very, very physical games. And now, bye comes at a good time. The next bye comes at a good time. Never bet a bye that comes at a bad time. We're going to really be able to use this. We got a lot of work to do, but we also got to get healthy in a lot of different areas. Guys are playing through a lot of stuff. And the bye week just doesn't make you, the first bye week doesn't make you 100% fresh. There's guys still lingering, and then you come back and play 3 straight games. And I think our guys are playing their hearts out.
Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, how will you look at this bye week? What sort of things will you be doing? Evaluation versus recruiting?
Yeah, it'll be a little bit more in-house. You're only allowed so many numbers of visits and things like that. I think that it'll be similar to last time, but not the same because we're gonna be in house a lot, and I think that's probably the best thing to do with the next two opponents coming up, especially as you get Wisconsin on a short week. As you look at the next, once you get done with the bye week, you got 13 days left of the regular season. There's a lot of things we need to be able to do in the office, but coaches are working really hard. I mean, players are working really hard. Obviously, the result's the result. 26-19, 0-1 against Rutgers. They deserve a lot of credit. That's a much improved football team. Got a lot of guys back. You could tell they were healthy, flying around, very well coached, and But we were 0-1. Again, as simple as that. 0-1. Didn't make enough plays. Didn't do enough things to win that football game. And when you're in the Big Ten, it doesn't matter who you play. I don't know what's going around the Big Ten. I haven't checked any scores or around the country, but you better bring it every single week. And it's more and more like that as I look at this NFL thing over here. I mean, it's getting more and more like that, where every week you just never know what's going to happen. But I love our players' effort. I love how committed they are. I love how they practice. I love our coaching staff, how hard they coach. Sometimes it's just not your day. And you look at what we did today, and it wasn't our day. But it was one day, 3 hours. And we'll use this bye week and continue to get better. And look forward to 2 weeks from now.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Row the boat. Sky Mago Gophers. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.